Okay, so I am looking to soundproof my basement for skateboarding on a mini ramp and flatground, and I'm looking to get some tips and advice just so I can make or do the best job possible and reduce the amount of sound for my neighbors. One thing to note is that I live in a townhouse, and what you see right here, I'm facing the wall that I share with my neighbor. So I'll get to some ideas I had up here in the stairwell, but I'm gonna go down and show you the basement first. So as we go down, you see, I will note that I have concrete. There's a concrete wall. You can see maybe through this hole right here. We have concrete that goes all the way up to the bottom of the the gyp rock. And that is for the entirety of the basement, which I'll give you a brief tour of now. So what I actually initially did before building this ramp that you see right here was I tore down the wall. You can see one of the support poles right here. And that left me more room for the ramp, but that also opened up a lot of open space, which I would guess does not contain a lot of the noise that I make on the ramp. So as you can see here, we still have the concrete wall. It's a little bit dark, but it goes up basically to the ceiling. And over here we have the stairwell, which is not insulated at all. Another wall here, also not insulated. The wall over here, there is the regular pink fiberglass insulation beyond this wood paneling and a thin layer of another wood paneling. For this wall with the window, and then the wall with the calendar hanging here, that is only the wood paneling and concrete. So as far as noise reduction for a skate ramp, like a skateboard area, you're going to hear a lot of thuds, stuff like that, just in case you're not a skateboarder. My thoughts are to buy that really thick soundproofing insulation and install it here on this wall, on the stairs, over on this wall over here, and this wall over here. Also the ceiling. The ceiling just has wood paneling. I didn't mention that before. There's wood paneling and no insulation at all. So, and you have a little bit more space. You can double up on the insulation. As you can see, we have a 2x6, or rather a 2x8. So, those are my thoughts so far. Just buy the thick insulation and go to town on the walls. Take all the walls down, put the thick insulation in, take the thin stuff out. And I think all the walls plus the ceiling will cut down on a lot of the noise. I'm also concerned about, I'm just mainly concerned about this open area here. I'm not too sure what to do about that yet, except aside from building, installing some of the soundproof insulation along the concrete wall, maybe all the way up to the sewage pipe that you can see beyond the ladder here. And same deal with the ceiling, installing more soundproof insulation, maybe up to the, just above the ladder here. Same deal with here. Maybe install the soundproofing insulation right up to the air duct. So that's my thoughts for that. If you have any tips or advice, that'd be greatly appreciated. For up here, one last thing I wanted to mention was the stairwell. Instead of taking down all of the, I'm not getting this wrong. I can't come up with the name right here. I'm not a home builder. The gyp rock, the whatever. Instead of taking this apart and putting more insulation in the wall, the soundproof insulation, I was thinking about, I watched a video, which I'll put in the comments below, about just putting layering towels, essentially. So my thought is to, this is just a tea towel for example, but to layer, this door is quite thin, but layering several layers of towel, either folding them up like you see here, or getting several towels and just hanging them there along the wall as well, or along the door rather, along the wall here, along the ceiling, and along this wall here, just to try to contain the noise, get as much, or sorry, get as little noise filtering out of the basement as possible. So any thoughts or advice, or like I said, I greatly appreciate it. Let me know what you think.